The driveway was usually a desolate expanse of cracked asphalt, a testament to our neglect mirroring, perhaps the growing emptiness in our marriage. Tonight, however, it was a chaotic jumble of cars. Not just cars, but his cars, three of them gleaming under the sodium glare of the streetlights, cherry red Porsche among them. I'd painstakingly tracked her movements for the past 3 months. The restaurant where she claimed to be attending a conference. My wife, Alina, stood at the end of the driveway, a picture of carefree elegance, a designer handbag swung from her shoulder, her perfectly coiffed blonde hair catching the light, but she was oblivious, blissfully, terrifyingly oblivious. Her smile faltered as she saw me, the carefully constructed facade crumbling, replaced by a flicker of something akin to fear but mostly guilt. Shallow, superficial guilt that didn't quite reach her eyes. "David," she breathed, her voice laced with a practiced sweetness that grated on my nerves. "Early," I said, my voice low and controlled, a dangerous calm spreading through me. "I tracked your conference, Alina. I followed you to the restaurant. I watched you." Her smile vanished completely, replaced by a mask of forced composure. "David, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation." I cut her off, my voice rising. "A reasonable explanation for 3 expensive cars belonging to the same man parked in my driveway? Is that the reasonable explanation you're going to give me?" The fear was there now, unmistakable in her eyes. The carefully cultivated veneer of sophistication began to crack. She opened her mouth to speak, but I stepped closer, my voice a venomous hiss. Don't even try. I saw you, saw him. I saw the way he looked at you, the way you laughed, the way you touched him. It boiled over. It wasn't just the infidelity, it was the lies, the deceit, the blatant disrespect. It was the gradual erosion of our marriage. The slow, agonizing death of a love I believed in with all my heart. I laughed, a harsh, bitter sound that echoed in the night. "Business, is that what you call it now? Business trips to expensive restaurants? Business trips involving passionate kisses and whispered secrets?" The words were sharp, designed to cut, to wound. She tried to touch me, her hand reaching out, but I flinched away, the gesture repulsing me. "Don't," I said, my voice thick with emotion. "Don't you dare touch me." I turned my back on her, my heart pounding. The 3 cars symbolized more than just betrayal. They were a monument to her selfishness, her disregard for everything. I walked toward the house, ignoring her frantic calls. Inside, I moved with a purpose, born of cold, calculated anger. I grabbed my phone and began making calls. The first was to my lawyer. I laid out my plans for divorce, the details of the property division, the custody arrangements for our dog, Buster. It was swift, efficient, businesslike, a stark contrast to the emotional turmoil swirling inside me. Then I called my accountant. Then a moving company. Alina's desperate pleas and sobbing were a background, hum to my carefully orchestrated dismantling of our lives. It wasn't just about revenge. It was about reclaiming my life, my dignity, my sanity. It was about severing the poisonous tendrils that had been slowly strangling me. The next few hours were a blur of packing and phone calls. I filed for divorce. I initiated proceedings to freeze her assets. I had meticulously documented everything over the past 3 months: her expensive lunches, her designer clothes, her frequent trips, even the lavish gifts she'd received from her client. My lawyer was pleased. The evidence was overwhelming. The man Marco, whose name I discovered, was shocked by the speed and thoroughness of my actions. He believed in Alina's lies, her assurances that she was separated from me. Now, faced with the impending legal battle and the revelation of her deception, he distanced himself. The expensive car symbols of her supposed success became a cruel reminder of her betrayal. Word spread quickly among her social circles. The whispers started, the sideways glances, the ostracization. She had built her life on a foundation of lies and deceit, and now that foundation was collapsing. I watched it all unfold from a distance, a grim satisfaction settling over me. It wasn't vindictive pleasure. It was the quiet, somber satisfaction of self-preservation. There had been hurt. betrayed, and humiliated. But I had found the strength to rebuild my life, to reclaim what was rightfully mine. That satisfaction was now tempered by a sense of peace, a quiet resolve. The divorce was finalized 6 months later. She was left alone, stripped of her luxury, her social standing, and the man she thought would be her ticket to a life of ease. She had played a dangerous game and she had lost. I, on the other hand, found peace. The house felt empty, yes, but not in a painful way. It was a clean slate, a blank canvas on which I could paint a new life free from the toxicity of her. Betrayal, Buster, thankfully stayed with me. His unwavering love and loyalty were a balm to my wounded soul. One quiet evening, months after the dust settled, I sat on the porch, a glass of wine in my hand. The driveway was empty. The silence was profound, peaceful silence, a testament to the new chapter unfolding before me. I had learned a harsh lesson about trust and betrayal, but I had also discovered strength and resilience I never knew I possessed. My heart ached, yes, but it also beat with a renewed sense of purpose and hope. The world had crashed down around Alina, but for me the dawn had finally broken,